welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Anna, and I'm just in my craft room today doing little stuff. So I decided to go ahead and show you some of the things that I've done. I pulled out, these are some of the Heidi Swapp bulb covers. Do you guys remember these? I don't know if these are even still available anymore. I know I picked up several boxes because I thought that they would be great for Dollhouse Miniatures vases. And I got them in several colors, so they're in different spots in my room. Now what I just did, because I had to find a better way to glue plastic to metal, so I made the vases like this, and I used a little filigree bottom so it would stand up. So I did 2 of those, if you guys can see that. And I'm putting that in here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm putting it back in my dollhouse. And then I made one with like a little top. I used a little filigree to put the little top on it. So it has the bottom and a top. So that's in the top room over here on a little dresser. But I wanted to try my hand at making simple, quick, no muss, no fuss furniture. So as you can tell, I cut out 2 random pieces of foam core board that I got from the Dollar Tree. I cut off a piece from one of my jewelry boxes of the little, the little cushion that comes with the jewelry. And I cut it in half. So I'm going to be gluing these together. And actually this one's a little bit too high. You see, I did it really wonky because it's so thick. So it's like a little hard to try to, that's a little bit better. Yeah, it's a little bit better. But I'm trying to make like a little seat. I still have to find the little wood pieces for the legs. And I know I have legs. I just have to find them. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tacky glue this stuff together. And I'm going to use this fabric that I had here in the room. This is really pretty green fabric with this almost like a plant motif. Yeah. With a cream background. It's not white because see, this is white, that's cream. So it's like a cream background, and I've had this for a while, and I was like, you know what, let me see if I could just even make like a little sitting something or another. I'm just winging it here, you guys. That's what I do. This is how I do it. I have no rhyme and no reason to my thing here. I just go by the seat of my pants sometimes. So I didn't even measure anything. I just cut out pieces, and then I just cut accordingly to make sure everything fits and it makes a little bit of sense. This might even be entirely too big, but this is my way of learning what's going to work and what's not going to work for me. Okay. So this is more of an experiment for me. So it's okay if it doesn't come out good. It's no big deal. I'm in my learning process. This is my learning mode. And I've been in a learning mode for over 25 something years. And I'm always going to be in a learning mode. So it's all good. All right, so as you can tell, I'm just using my tacky glue. I'm just taking my hand and I'm just swiping it over just to make sure it gets good coverage, because you want whatever you're going to use to give it a little bit of cushion. It could be whatever you have, you guys. Just use what you have on hand. Just use what you got in your house. It could be anything. And I'm just going to glue it and let it sit for a minute while it glues. And that's going to be like my little cushiony portion. It's probably entirely too big. Like I said, it's all good because I am doing what? I'm in my learning. My little experimental stage. And yes, I do have wipes here in my craft room so I can clean my hands. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. So how are you guys doing today? You guys doing good? It's really pretty outside, but very cold. I hope everybody's okay with this winter storm. It's kind of crazy, all this kooky weather, right? Now, this is going to be my bottom. This is definitely going to be my bottom half. And it's going to be my top. I decided that was going to be my top. So I'm going to have it, I'm going to put it together something like this. So it's look, it's not even sticking. It's not even sticking. Maybe I should have. No, I was going to say maybe I should have just hot glued this sucker. It might be even a little bit too big. Might be even a little bit too big. Let me see if I can cut this down just a smidge. Just a smidge. Okay. Because I think it's a little bit too wide. Now, this is not trying to stick. It's not. It's not trying to stick. So I'm going to have to glop this on. And let's see if it'll stick with me glopping it on. Okay? Let's see what happens now. Let's find out. Here we go. This one is not sticking either. Okay, let's glop it on. My kids are downstairs. You're going to hear them. They've been running in and out of this room all day long. I haven't been up here that long. I've been, went downstairs, made lunch, made breakfast. Brought my husband breakfast in bed and lunch in bed, stuff like that. He's up here. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and move ahead. I'm moving on ahead because it's going to be a little quick thing. So if it sticks or not, it's okay. I tried. This is my experiment, and this is what I can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see if I can get this bottom piece and let it meet up right there. And see if I can let it meet up in the back and do it nice and tight and meet up in the back. I want to make sure I have enough here on my edge, but not too much. So let me move her over a little bit more, and then I'm going to cut it. And again, this all depends on what you're doing, what you're making, how you're cutting it, what your plans are. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff is going to be a variable. Now, I know this is going to stick because it is the fabric and it's going to be on the glue. So I know this is not going to be a problem right here. This won't be a problem. That's why I'm going to put some glue over here on this side, because this will not be a problem with that sticking to that. I'm trying to put some glue over here. I don't know if you did it good or not. There we go. It's okay. You don't have to stick if you don't want to stick. I just want you to keep still. There we go. All right. So go like that. I'll clean my hands. This is all very unscientific, very unprofessional, and it's okay, right? Now, I want it to be nice and tight, so I'm kind of putting pressure to make sure it's nice and tight. Right there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my glue, put a little bit more glue right there, and I'm going to put a little bit more glue up here because I'm going to wrap her back over my cutter first. So it doesn't have to be that much that I have to wrap. This is going to be the underneath, so that's why it's okay. This is going to go under. It's going to be part of the under. So it's going to be okay. All right, and again, I'm just stretching it. I'm trying to stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. Okay, stretchy stretch. Clean off my hands again with the wet wipe. And I'm going to let that dry for a second. And that's what it looks like here on the top. And I'm going to cut this off at the edge a little bit because it's just too much fabric to try to manipulate. It's just too much, just too much. Okay. So then what we're going to do, almost like you're wrapping a present. Again, I'm going to, just a little bit too much over here to try to manipulate. I'm going to almost do it like a present. I'm cutting the little edges right here. Each side has a little slit. And I'm going to glue down the side. Now, I don't know if I'm going to add wood to my side or not yet. I just don't know. I don't know where this project's going to take me ultimately. I don't have a clue. Because I usually do things by the seat of my pants. I just do them and I see where it takes me. I'm not the kind that plans. I don't pre-measure. I don't have a layout on a piece of paper. I'm just not that type of personality. I just don't do that. It's just not me. If you're that kind of person, that is awesome. I admire you. Because me, I'm more of a free spirit and I just do stuff when I feel it. And that's about it. I'm more of a free spirit. Okay, now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe cut that right there. I want to cut into this portion. Yeah, because I could do it like that, and if I do the sides, it'll be okay. All right. I know there's different ways to do this, you guys. I know this. There are different ways to do this, but I'm just doing this as a seat of my pants type of a project. Okay. So I'm almost doing it like a gift, like I'm wrapping a gift. That's what I'm doing here. I'm wrapping a gift to myself for my Dollhouse Miniatures. And using what I have here at home. And I'm making sure that I'm putting everything in the correct direction, meaning on the bottom. So if the bottom looks jank, it's okay. It's no big deal. Nobody's going to be looking at the bottom except for you maybe to do a little signature so you can remember what year you made it or what have you. And if the time comes that you pass away, your children and your family will know what you created versus maybe what you bought, and they will relish what you have. And maybe, keep it instead of trying to sell everything off for a profit. Okay. I'm just keeping it real, people. Just keeping it real. Or donating it and not knowing the value of it. It's some people don't understand or recognize the value in crafting and dollhouse miniatures, in art. They don't know it. They don't recognize it. And they just don't know what they're doing sometimes. They don't know what they're throwing away. They don't know what they're donating. They don't understand the time, the love, and the appreciation unless you shared it with them and how important it was to you. Okay? So it's always better to convey your wishes. And my daughter already knows my wishes with my Dollhouse Miniatures. And my son and my husband, everybody knows what's up. Everybody knows what's up. Okay, so that's the bottom portion. That's going to be my little seat. Now, I could stop right here and I can make this, put 4 little things and just make it like that. And I think that's what I might do. I want to find the legs because I know I have legs. I just organized a little bit of stuff and I do have legs that I might be able to put down here on the bottom. Let me see if I can find them. Okay, guys, I can't find my bag with the little dollhouse legs, so I'm just using these stir sticks. I call them stir sticks, but they're bigger than just stir sticks. You're not your average stir stick. What are they called? Craft stick, stir stick, I don't know. But I just did a random line against, 3 of them. Now I'm going to line up the 4th. And I'm just cutting it with my wire cutter because I do have a wood cutter. But I don't know where it's at because my room is a hot mess and I have to organize and find everything so I can work more diligently, obviously. So I'm using what I got, and that's how we all got to do it. Just use what you got. So I'm improvising and I'm doing my stir sticks. And as you can tell, they're super easy to cut. Okay. So I got 4 legs right here. Now what I'm going to do real quick is, if I could find... Here we go. Sorry, you guys. I know I'm reaching over. How you guys doing this fine day? How is everybody doing? Here we go. Okay, so I'm just getting some a nail file, and I'm just going to file it a little bit here because it's a little bit on the rough side. Okay. Now, I could consider doubling it up just so it could be a thicker leg, which I can do, and I might just do that because that's the kind of look that I like. But let me just tighten these up a little bit first. Okay. And you see how they're rough. And then with the nail file, it's just, you're just getting them straight. Okay. See how this one's rough? I'm just straightening it up. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to take a look at it. Yeah, I technically, like I said, I could technically double these up so it'll have like a double leg look and double it up that way. Or I could just stick to that. I think I might just stick to one. Okay, so I'm going to try to glue these on and wish me luck, and I'm going to be right back. Okay, now what I'm deciding to do, because as you can see, I got 2 legs already gluing. I'm going to give them some extra support, plus it'll give you a little bit more of a nicer look to it instead of just like 4 legs sticking out. So I'm going to cut these 2, clean them up a little bit. Okay, here we go. So I'm just cleaning them up a little bit right now before I put them on. There we go. That one looks good. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little glue here, and then it's going to give it a little bit more of a structured look. It'll just look nicer, and it'll also help hold up the legs. So I'm just putting a little glue on both ends, again using the same stir sticks, and I'm going to put them up here in the front. Okay, and let the legs rest up against them. There we go. Fix that leg. I think I want to put a little bit more glue here.
Huh?
Yes, David.
It's blue. What? It's house rat. Mom.
Hmm?
It's house rat.
Okay. Now, do you see how that's looking up there in the front? That's what it's going to look like. I'm going to do the other side. I'll be right back. Okay, now I've decided to incorporate some wood in between the legs as well, just to help them stand up better with the glue until it dries. So I cut out 2 additional pieces to go in between, and then I'm going to line up the other legs. So let's go ahead and do this really quick here. Whoa, that was a whole lot of glue that came out in one time. Did not mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. But I'm always about having too much glue instead of not enough glue. I'm a glue type of messy glue person. I am, and I'll admit it. So maybe I should have this turned around so you can see what I'm doing. That might help. I just don't know. Maybe it might help. Okay. All right, so I'm going to be trying to glue this down right here. I know my hands are in the way, and I'm looking kind of shaky because I'm a shaky person. Sorry. I'm a shaky person. I can't help it. Okay, so then I'm going to get this other piece over here. Here. And I like this natural wood look because that's just what I like. If you guys, you can always, of course, color, paint, get your different wood dyes going to get the look that you want per se. Okay, so I want this to actually be right there in the center of each one, and that's where I messed up a little bit in the center of each leg here. Here we go. Want it in the center. You straighten this puppy out here. The glue is still wet. Plenty of time to fix, mend, move around. Plenty of time to do that. And this one needs more glue actually, because the fabric's actually soaking it up really fast. Okay. I'm going to put her back in here again. And I said I want her in the middle, so let's keep her in the middle right here. Pretty good. There we go. Just until I get the other piece on there. And then you want to line this back up again, make sure everything's just the way you want it to be in the front. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna, you see how that looks? See? Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my 2 other legs, and then I'm gonna put my other piece of wood, and that's gonna help it hold up. And I already filed these down myself, so okay. There you go. One more, and then we'll do the piece that goes across, and then we'll let this dry. Okay. And we're going to do the piece of wood for the front. Okay. Alrighty. So this will give it the finished look that I was looking for. And like I said, you guys, this is all trial and error, always trial and error. You'll end up making more than one of these until you get it just right, or if you just feel good about it. That's all it takes. It's just feeling good about it. And it feels great just to work at home and create and expand on your collection. As you can tell, my dollhouse is right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. No, right here, and expanding upon the collection of the stuff that I have going on here. I don't want to sit it up yet because it's not dry. There we go. But just this is what it looks like with all the pieces of wood that I cut up and put in there to support one another and to give it more like a finished look. You know, once the glue dries, it's going to dry up. If that kind of stuff bothers you, just clean it up. It's no big deal. I just don't want to mess with it too much because it's in the middle of the drying mode. And then you can always, you know, put paint on this, paint it, give it a different color, add some more dimension to it. It's no big deal. This is always, you know, a learning curve. But I really like it, and that's the bottom of it. So when it's sitting, it's going to sit like this. And that's my newest piece. Maybe I'll put it on top of here so you guys can see it better. There we go. That is going to be my newest piece. And I just created it with you guys. And I did want to do like more like a little sitting chair. But obviously I decided not to go that route. And I decided just to do a little, like a little stool. Now this one little leg is starting to get crooked a little bit. So let me straighten her up. Here we go. Here we go. All right, well, I'm feeling really good about it. I hope you guys enjoyed it and see all the fun stuff that you can make for your 1/12 scale dollhouse miniature. Bye.